Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
All right, we live. We live. What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Back with another one. Happy Wednesday and all that.
Please.
You broke up a little bit. What'd you say?
I said, make sure they smash that like button.
Yeah,
as we get into this.
Come on in, y'all.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for tuning in.
Facts. We're about to get into this. All right, we got TD Jakes. TD Jakes back in the media again, saying 44,000. What did he say? 44 AI bots said he was at the Diddy freak off. That's what he claiming.
AI bots, huh?
He said AI bots said he was at the freak off. 44,000 AI bots. Yep.
Is he the first celebrity blaming AI bots? Is he the first celebrity blaming AI for something?
I think so.
AI bots, artificial intelligent bots, huh? TD Cakes.
That's what he said. Yep. We're gonna get into it. Please like that. Thumbs up this video when y'all come in. Appreciate it. Definitely hit the like on this video. And we're gonna get into it. Shit. There you go.
Let's get it.
All right, so TD Jakes said reveals that he was targeted by 44,000 AI generated bots spreading false rumors about Diddy freak-off allegations. So let's go ahead and get into this, man.
But before we get to this real quick, how did this nigga know the exact 44,000, huh? He counted them all.
44,000.
All right, let's see what this man got to say.
Let's get into it.
Right. So, but this stuff goes viral. So they went viral on Oprah. It went viral on him. People trying to get clickbait, playing around, trying to get clicks so they can get paid, so they can become relevant. And what he's saying, what I'm saying is knock that off. There's no time for all that stuff. And it's interesting how black people often, increasingly, are attacking black people. I said it, right? You got a whole bunch of black celebrities, about 10 of them, that have been attacked by other black celebrities. We got enough problems.
And might I jump in and say this? When that first broke out, it was 44,000 bots that were released on me. And for people who read, Swoops, who does the investigation for NBC and other news outlets, discovered that 98% of them were all artificial intelligence generated. The other thing that it really proved to me, to Oprah, to Denzel, to all the people, it's everybody. It's everybody. Anybody. It goes along with the turf. Is that we have got to stop getting our information on TikTok. Right. You know, that's a good place to start.
Right. By the way, there is an FBI website. You can just go there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's kind of water under the bridge. If there were anything there, the FBI would have been in it. Everybody would have been in it.
I just wanted to say it.
There's no hiding it. It's like when I had my health scare. Within seconds, it was all over the world. Yeah. You wouldn't have to find it on Instagram. You wouldn't have to find it on YouTube. You would find it in the 6 o'clock news. You would find it everywhere. Much to my surprise, actually. When I had my health scare, how far it went.
Because the world, that was the world reminding you what was really important.
Yes.
That actually you're appreciated and loved by people that really matter. By the way, interesting when we had that conversation, when you had the conversation with Oprah, I make the point because if they're going to attack Oprah, they'll attack. I mean, the frequency is so low. If you're going to go after Oprah, you go after anybody. So number one, and two, she wasn't aware that you'd been attacked because she don't watch low frequency stuff.
No.
She was completely stunned that you had any experience with that because she don't mess around with that stuff. She's at a higher frequency. So
which really goes to our point.
Yeah.
If you ingest poison, don't be shocked when you die. it takes all I can do at my age to try to stay current with what's going on, because AI is moving so fast that it is very difficult to tell misinformation, disinformation.
Right. So, but this stuff goes viral. So they went viral.
Man, TD Jakes, brother, we don't know if you was at the Diddy freak offs or not, but we seen you hanging around him. You had a deal with Revolt TV for your televangelist show, but we ain't saying nobody's people speculating that you was at the Diddy parties, Mr. TD Jakes. And then shit, according to public opinion, they basically say you guilty by association. That's how they look at it. That's how the public look at it. As far as 44,000 bots, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about 40,000 bots. This nigga said 44,000 bots. Said AI generated bots say he was at the Diddy freak off party. Yeah.
He had the exact numbers of the bots.
Yeah, he got the exact numbers. But he was around Diddy quite a few times. I know him and Oprah put out that video. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Let me grab that. I wanted to play that next because Oprah and TD Jakes basically said they act like they ain't even know who P. Diddy was. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but let's not forget that the parties and the freak offs are two different events.
Yeah.
It seemed.
Yeah, he said freak offs though.
Right.
Yeah.
And you ain't never hear the Punisher or none of them individuals say that TD Cake showed up with his cakes trying to get in on the action.
Well, we know.
They think TD Cakes came in to get in on the action. The Punisher and all them.
Have you ever been swallowed?
Right. He's saying that to the Punisher. Mr. Punisher, have you ever been swallowed, Mr. Punisher? Have you just been swallowed up? Mr. Punisher, have you been swallowed up?
I have never been near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out. I'm the first one out.
I stopped by Puppy's house for 30 minutes to say happy birthday to him during the day at 2 o'clock with staff people. And out of that came a love affair and all kinds of stuff that I have never seen. You too? Yes. Now I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like? And I am a grandfather. What do I look like at this late date?
I have never been near a puff party. Never been near.
The party or the freak off? Which one, Oprah? You say you ain't never been to the party?
She never been to the party, but maybe she been to the freak off. There's two different events now. It's an event within inside of an event. There's multiple events within inside one event.
Oprah said, "I've never been to the
locations."
She said, "I've never been to the puffy party." She said, "I've been to the freak off though." That's
I don't
funny
know, man. To be honest with you, this is just a clown show. Cause everybody seemed they was cool with Diddy when he was out and he wasn't in the media for this type of stuff. It was cool to go to a puff party. Now he got a bunch of niggas acting like they didn't party with him like that.
Right, you see that?
Yeah, that's fake. That goes to show you how fake and corny these. They did a whole MTV joint Diddy birthday bash where all these celebrities came out talking about good things about Diddy and how they gonna go to this party. It was a whole damn segment. that they did all these celebrities just popping up on TV saying they can't wait to get to a Diddy party. Now all of a sudden nobody went to Diddy party.
All right, them niggas love some
You know what
Diddy
I'm saying?
parties.
And now nobody went
Yeah,
to a Diddy party. That's crazy to me.
but we all witness who's at the. We talking about the parties. We ain't talking about the freak offs.
Right.
As we know right now, the freak offs was just Diddy and his girlfriend calling up goddamn escorts. It wasn't nothing about any other celebrities being there and they having like a big orgy, big celebrity orgy and shit like that. Nah, it came out that Diddy was just, you know, him and Cassie calling up prostitutes. That it was them.
See, we
But
got
nothing.
rumors. You really there's
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
There's a couple celebrities that had rumors throughout the years saying they went to a Diddy party and opened up the wrong door and seen some shit. You know what I'm saying? You had that throughout the years, and that just stuck, and everybody just saying, "Oh, that's a regular old Diddy party." You know, different rooms with freaky shit going on in each room.
That's funny.
And it could be. I mean, that sounds like a freak off at the party if that was the case. While everybody downstairs partying, you know what I mean, only special VIP guests get to go upstairs to where all the other rooms at. Cause you know they be the mansion parties be like 50 rooms in some of those mansions.
Right.
It's mad rooms that they can use for freak offs. That's not directly attached to the party. So you might have had some celebrities that went to the main part of the party, but they wasn't invited to the freak off rooms.
Yo, a lot of them niggas be having their own freak offs and shit. Cause just think about all the shit that ain't came out about other, like, they always trying to link a freak off to the Diddy shit, but a lot of these niggas be having their own freak off shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Which is not illegal.
Nah.
Let's just get that out of the way.
A lot of them celebrities got their own shit going on. That's what Will Smith was talking about. He said, I got enough of my own shit going on. To link me to a Diddy freak off.
Now people was mentioning minors and stuff, but
that wasn't brought up in
the trial or none of that.
That wasn't brought up in the trial. Oh, that was not brought up in the trial.
And a rumor, and it was all just rumors because it was never really no evidence.
Yeah.
I realized the internet believe rumors. Like rumors is truth now on the internet, especially if it's an entertaining. If it's an entertaining rumor, it has to be true, you know, because that's what everybody's gonna click on. So whatever got the most views with the biggest rumors is gonna be the truth in social media eyes. Because if it wasn't the truth, why did it get so many clicks? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the mindset. That's what's actually going on out here. I mean, and we don't really know if the rumors are true or not. I mean, a rumor is just that. It's a rumor until it's able to be proven. Now, I feel like if they was really after Diddy and he was messing with minors, the feds would have brought that up in trial.
Yeah, he would have been prosecuted to the highest degree.
Right.
The children involved,
he would have added that. Yeah, they would have added that to the case.
Yeah.
But the feds didn't add that to the case, which is y'all. No. If anybody know how the feds operate, when they try to nail you for something, they gonna try to get you for everything. So they ain't really have no proof that it was minors that he was messing with. So that still stands as a rumor. Right. But just the regular freak offs with all the freaky shit, the gay shit, all that, that's not illegal. And if some celebrities associate themselves with that type of partying, well, that's on them. It's still not illegal. They ain't warranted for somebody to get a life in prison or 10 years or 20 years. That don't make no sense.
Yeah,
I don't understand that mindset. Unless he intentionally drugged people against their will, you know, had sex with them against their will, or had minors there. If he ain't do any of that, then he shouldn't be in prison.
Not doing life. You're right. I mean, I guess
he shouldn't be in prison at all.
Some charges that they did sticking with, I guess, you know, they talking about the max he can get is what, up to 10 years for transporting prostitutes across state lines. I'm like, he shouldn't even get that. Like 10 years. Hell nah.
Nah, not just for that.
I
That's
think
wild.
I heard a few attorneys speak on it. They was like, yeah, that's like if the judge want to be a dick, then he can give him the full max. But a lot of people that spoke on it, as far as attorneys and shit like that, said maybe like 2 years with time already served. Yeah, so he'd be getting out within, you know what I'm saying? He'd be getting out soon and shit.
Well, if that's the case, that means the feds, are they investigating the OnlyFans models,
No.
male or female, who fly people out to actually have sex on camera and get paid for it?
Nah.
But that's actually enterprising. That's actually pimping. And you flying people in from over state lines to be on your OnlyFans video. Isn't that the same thing? Is that not the same thing? Like they be flying people in from other states to be on their OnlyFans videos. And they making money off of that online. They actually enterprising off of that. So how is that different than what Diddy did? Actually, that's worse than what they claim Diddy did, because Diddy was the trick. He was paying for it, and he wasn't making money off the freak offs. He was paying for prostitutes for personal stuff. He wasn't enterprising off of it. But OnlyFans, they enterprise off of that. They make billions of dollars on OnlyFans, billions of dollars because of that type of content.
And
I mean, isn't that the same thing?
In the porn industry. Yeah, in the porn industry.
Yeah. In the
they
porn
make billions
industry,
of dollars. Yeah. They just don't want certain people doing it.
Just think about it. Is that not the same thing, though? Like, if we actually analyzing this without no emotion, no bias, nothing, just the facts. What are the facts?
All right.
He flying people across state lines, paying them to have sex with you. That's what they charging them with, right? So OnlyFans models, they do that and they make money off of it.
Yeah, and the porn industry.
Because when you be flying them models, you know what I mean, male or female, you be flying them to your state to shoot footage with you, and you paying them, and y'all having sex on camera. That's the same deal, but even more. I don't know. I guess people just don't see the shit that's crazy. Because actually, what Diddy was doing wasn't even pimping. Because pimping, that means you'll be enterprising off of. You'll be making money off of flying them out, and then you giving them to other people to have sex with, and you getting money for that.
And that's
but OnlyFans models, they get paid.
That's what
they get paid by filming the act, and they filming it on camera. So is that not the same? So the feds building cases against them too? Nah. And I'm not saying they should be building cases against any of these individuals. People should have the right to do what they want to do with their bodies. And the government should have no fucking business even being in these people's business. OnlyFans or Diddy. I don't give a fuck what they do. They shouldn't have their hands in that cookie jar.
Yeah, I say
my body, my choice. If you want to sell your ass,
if
you want to sell your ass, and it's all consensual, exactly.
If it's all consensual, and
it is consensual,
and the prostitutes don't mind getting, that's what they hired to do. I don't understand the crime, bro. I just don't understand being charged for consensual sex being paid for.
Facts.
See, it only reason why is because government ain't taxing it. You know, anything that's not taxable by them is pretty much a crime.
So they coming after people like Diddy.
It's pretty much a crime if it ain't taxable. If they ain't taxable.
Well, they got Epstein going on. The real human traffickers, they hiding. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. They got us all focused on Diddy and the baby oil and all that bullshit, while they hiding the real human traffickers who's attached to that Epstein shit.
Right.
And we still stuck with Diddy.
And I don't give a shit if TD Jakes was at a Diddy freak off. That shit ain't my business.
Yeah,
I don't
who
give
cares?
a shit about this. This is an opportunity right here to talk about that Epstein list. They really need to release that Epstein list, because that shit involving messing with children, and that shit is enterprise.
Exactly.
which means American tax dollars is going into that.
Facts.
So this is a different motherfucking story we talk about today. I don't give a shit if TD Jakes was pounding Diddy, not pounding Diddy, no Diddy. If he had the party, the freak off. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what them niggas, you know what I'm saying? That shit is on them. And if it's something did go on, that shit was consensual. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't give a shit about that. What we gonna talk about is that Epstein list for real, and what the hell they doing at a time like this, during the time they're making this big ass decision in the House right now on about the financial system. They steady
That's what this is really
pushing
all
this distraction, and we niggas like us tapped in. We tuned into it, so we like, all right, we seeing what they going with the money system. They lining all these weird ass Epstein stories lined up right when they voting on making the biggest decision, basically with people's lives, because the financial system is attached to people's lives and how we live day to day. So they making very important decisions right now in the House, which they didn't pass the crypto bill. They just passed it today. They passed it. But meanwhile, they got us stuck on the bullshit. They trying to distract us with the Epstein shit, which the Epstein shit is legit because there's that Epstein client list needs to be released. We need some transparency with that. People need to be going to jail. I feel like Ghislaine should be testifying in front of Congress. She should testify what she know about the Epstein client list. But I feel like it's all still part of I'm leaning more towards them trying to use this shit as a big distraction. At the same time, real shit is coming out. Real shit is being exposed when it comes to that whole Epstein's charade. And it was shit that was bound to come out anyway. But at the particular time that right now, where they making big decisions in the House right now, big financial decisions, bro. At the same time with this going on, we looking at this shit like, they definitely needed this Epstein shit right after the Diddy shit. It's like they needed this Diddy case to go on. And then they right after that, not even a few days later, they already rolled the Epstein out. Now they rolling out Ghislaine family. Now they family speak like where they been. Have they been saying
been going on?
Like have they been screaming out fair trial that she didn't get
actually they have been. It's just that the mainstream media haven't been covering it. See, the thing is, what makes all this scripted is the mainstream media, because it's the mainstream media that set the tone of what everybody gonna be talking about.
Right.
Because it's just like I say, selective outrage. Like, people are only outraged when the media tell them to be outraged about something. So it's like whatever the media's agenda that's going on, everybody else is gonna be with it because that's the only thing that's gonna be trending. So they able to script out everything based on that. So all this shit be scripted, and like you said, it's a distraction because they setting up a new financial system. And there's a war at the top, because some of the people at the top want this crypto system to come in, and some of them don't.
First of all,
that's creating a war, a silent war, a currency war that the public isn't privy to. That's why the Epstein shit came out.
That's the real war, right? That's the real war that's taking place within our own government and governments across the world.
It's all about that.
Some people want the digital system, and then you got a lot of group of people that don't want it,
right?
Because they can't steal as much as they do with dealing with physical. You know what I mean, with physical money, they can't steal as much with crypto because it's all transparent, right?
Right.
So you got the people that want to continue on stealing. They want to continue on stealing, and they trying to make it a left and right thing, and it's not that.
Yeah,
It's not about,
thing.
it's not left and right. Stop thinking about Democrat and Republican when it comes to these type of decisions that's being made. I need y'all to write that out your mind right now. This shit that has nothing to do with no political party. Both of those parties are joined together. When it comes to making decisions like this,
Yeah, when it comes to controlling the masses and what we believe is going on, yeah, they come together for that. While they might even fight and bicker behind the scenes of which direction they want to draw everybody else to. Now it's a big war between rather the ones who want this new crypto digital system and the ones that don't. And that's just what it is. Some want it, some don't. And these are powerful people at the top. That's why I feel like that Epstein shit leaked in the first place, because that's just some of the elites trying to tell on the other elites.
Yeah.
Because it's a war, and they like to toss people they like to toss each other to the people sometimes, because you know how they do. Just like they look at us as like zombie herds, and they the only real living people left, and all of us are just zombies. So when they want to get rid of one of their own, they just toss them to the zombies. They look at us as the zombies, like the masses, the general public. So if you watch zombie shows and you see how like when the remaining humans who ain't zombies yet, how they be fighting amongst each other, and then every once in a while you will see one human group throw another human group to the zombies, and the zombies just take over and eat them up. That's basically what's happening. They looking at the masses, the general public, as a group of horde of zombies, and they fighting against each other, and they just they capture one side and throw them to the zombies. That's that Epstein shit. That's why there is a list, but the other side is doing so much to keep the list from coming out, because it's really a war going on at the top. They just not letting us in on it, because if the general public knew about the big war that was going on behind the scenes, the real war, that shit society would break down, and then they all lose control. All them different powerful elite factions, they all will lose control. That's why they come together to make sure the zombies remain zombies. And they look at us as the fucking zombies.
They don't want us to start asking questions.
Right.
They don't want to cause basically a public panic attack shit.
Right.
Because that shit could get dangerous and ugly real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So certain things they want to keep suppressed from the general masses to find out, but you can see it because it's leaking out. Like even the internal war that they have amongst each other is still leaking out. That's what this Epstein shit, like this Epstein shit being put out there, is a testament to that. With Diddy being targeted and prosecuted through the goddamn courts for basically being a freaky ass older man that just like having freak offs and shit with his girlfriend, with prostitutes. They try to make that something that it wasn't. Yeah, because I'm sitting thinking like all that shit that came out, and all these people so-called attached to the Diddy shit, none of that shit came out in the trial. None of that shit came out. All those lawsuits and all that shit that Diddy was being sued for, all that dumbass paperwork we was reading, none of that shit came up in the trial. The Cassie shit did, and all this shit about a bunch of celebrities being at a freak off party and all that, none of that shit came out. It came out that Diddy was a freaky old dude that partied with his girlfriend, that ordered prostitutes. They said it was children there. They said it was children. It was children involved. It was this celebrity involved there and this celebrity there. All that shit. I think all that shit was just a play as part of the narrative that's being controlled to keep our asses at bay.
To keep our mind off the Epstein client list and to keep our mind off that financial system that they worrying about.
Right. They throw the Kim Porter book in there, and like all that shit could have been already came out. Like it's just a certain timing, and it's like ritual. It's like ritualistic too. You really look at it, because it's just all the timing that you see that's happening involving even with this Diddy and Epstein shit, which is total two different situations that they tying together. They trying to tie this shit together.
You know how I know it's a war at the top? Because they even had Prince Andrew on the news. And you know, those royals, they never exposed they dirt. You know what I'm saying? You never hear about any dirt that they do, that royal family do, like on the mainstream media. So that goes to show you that there is a real war going on out there at the top, because they would have never mentioned that dude's name on the mainstream media, saying he's tied to grape and all that stuff. I mean, they just cleared Prince Andrew. They just cleared him and tried to say this stuff wasn't true. They would never put no name out there like that. A name from that family and that type of light? Yeah, all right. So that means there is a war going on at the top. That's why that Epstein guy got caught in the first place, because he been operating for decades without getting caught. Now all of a sudden he gets caught and tied to a whole bunch of other elite people where their names just disappeared from the client list. Oh, that's right. Ain't no client list. It was just files. It was just files that they thought had a client list, but there was no client list. It was just files.
And the thing about it is, that would be the thing that the files that we need to be looking into. Now all that other shit, the flight list and all like that ain't important. It's the client list.
Facts.
Just
the fly on his jet don't necessarily mean that you're guilty just because you fly on his jet. Are you part of that client list that actually paid for those particular services from minors, to have minors service you up?
I don't think that client list ever reached the White House desk. Just to be honest with you, they ain't gonna make me believe that the people they protecting will actually, have send over a file with all of them names in it. Nah, I don't think it ever reached the White House. I know that the intelligence agencies have to have that file, because that's what it was that's what they was using to blackmail these high level people.
And if they did send files to the White House, it would be altered.
Right. Intelligence agency have all those files. Yeah. But they ain't going to...
You don't know if they will manipulate those files or the client list. They can add names on there and they ain't have shit to do with anything. And then take out names that actually did have something to do. That's the thing. You can't trust nothing this government do. You just got to assume that they all guilty.
Right.
Just because the way they handling our tax dollars and the way they handling society, period, is a failure. They try to convince us that every president, dude, I don't give a fuck if it's Trump, Biden, Bush, Obama, I don't care who it is. They all try to convince us that the economy's doing good and there's jobs just flowing and everything that they doing, like they solving all the world's problems. They all say the same shit, but it's actually the opposite. None of these motherfuckers do a good job. None of them. They all terrible. The shit nothing changed from each administration, from one administration to the next administration. There's no changes. Shit only just been getting worse.
Nah, they push the same. Yup, they push the same policy.
They all push the same agenda.
Yeah, it's the same policy every 4 years. I mean,
they all talk differently, but they all do the same actions. You gotta stop listening to what the fuck they saying to us and start looking at their actions. Because all their actions seem like they all on the same team.
Yeah, it's not adding up to.
Yeah, that shit ain't adding up.
Like I said,
the thing is, the general public gotta stand up to this shit.
Like you said, it's the same Roman empire tactic they've been using. Bread and circuses while they making real important decisions. They got us following bread and circuses while they making important decisions, bro. Straight out of the Roman Empire agenda. So you got people how they trying to keep us distracted because they don't want us in on them the important decisions being made. I'm telling you, at a time like this, America, I mean, with this changeover, it's going to create a whole lot of new millionaires and billionaires. So they trying to clear out a lot of these people that's in the way because it's out with the old and in with the new, baby. The old got to go. The technocrats got this shit locked down now. It's no more the bureaucrats. They're following behind the technocrats. That's why I said all that left and right shit, all that Republican and Democrat shit's been out the window. The technocrats running this shit right now, which is ran by artificial intelligence. And all that shit is part of the same system. So I don't know, bro. Like I said, they want to keep us divided at the lower level, keep us fighting amongst each other while they running out the back door with all the bread. Government, they running out the back door with all the bread. Meanwhile,
the thing is, there's no honor amongst thieves, so they fighting against each other too.
Facts.
Even though they stealing all the pie from us, see they come together to steal all the pie from us. Yeah. But then when it comes to them running out the back door with the pie, they start fighting amongst each other who should get the biggest part of the pie or which direction they should go with the pie.
Yeah.
Oh, like they start fighting amongst each other too, but they band together when it comes against going against the general public though, because they don't want to lose complete control, so they have to keep their fights almost like how parents do when they try to keep their fights hidden from the children because they don't want the kids to see. Because you know, once the kids see the parents are falling apart, the kids is going to take over the house.
All right,
and that's basically how they're looking at it. But they don't even look at us as kids; they look at us as cattle and zombies. That's how they look at it. That's why they keep putting all these damn zombie movies out. Just to let y'all know, Hollywood and all them work directly with the government, and the government tells them what type of movies they need to put out to influence the public. They keep putting these zombie movies out because they want us to have a zombie type of mind. They want us to have a zombie type of mindset because they look at us as just zombies. That's what they look at us as. And a lot of us are walking around like fucking zombies. That's the thing. A lot of the general public are walking around like zombies.
And it's more so just the conscious level is at a certain standpoint.
Facts.
So they only can see it from the frequency that they on. They can't see past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why it's not really good to judge a person where they at, because you was once there. You see what I'm saying? When you was once there, then you really can't pass judgment on somebody else. You just gotta meet them where they at, and hopefully they raise their consciousness up. Once they raise their vibration up, they see a little more. But your heart gotta be into it. If you want the truth, your heart gotta be 100% about wanting to know about the truth, because then the truth will be revealed to you. So there's certain people out here that really wants to know what's going on. They want to consciously know what's going on, staying aware of what's going on. In the meanwhile, the information that they retaining, they're using it in a good way. Because some people take this information and they manipulate people and use it for their own will. That's why a lot of them dumbass consciousness niggas be going to jail, because they be taking advantage of the knowledge and be using that shit against people and not using it in a good way. So eventually all that shit just balances itself out. So
all they doing is imitating the people at the top.
That's it.
That's all they doing, and they just go to jail for it while the people at the top keep operating the same. But when you try to do it, see, when you try to operate, when you know the knowledge, the same knowledge that the 1% know, if you try to use that knowledge in any type of way that they don't like, they get you locked up or something like that, have propaganda against you or get you taken out. They like, only we allowed to use this information
because it's competition,
right?
And then you raising the consciousness of a whole lot of other people. So the more people that wake up and aware, it shatters their world. And everything that they have us surrounded by. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's put into place by this so-called 1% group that's running the planet, which still to me, that like the shit that they be trying to pull off, it doesn't favor them all the time. And you can see that. You can see about all the shit that they're having pushed on is by the media showing you that. They're like, all right, we need more distractions. We need to turn the heat up on more distractions. The people's waking up. The people's catching on. We need more distraction. So basically
It's
what they're
falling
doing is
apart.
a lie covering up another lie, using another lie to cover up another lie, and the lie continues.
It's all falling apart.
But being as though we in the information age, it allowed more people to wake up and be aware of what's really going on. So it's always a double-edged sword to it. You know what I'm saying? While they think they getting away with one thing, they don't realize there's something else happening over here, because that's just the way the universe balanced this shit out. So the more they think they get away with is the more that other people's going to wake up and be aware to it, because it has to balance itself out. It has to. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, that's why people waking up rapidly as hell. Yeah. So now they got to adjust. The system got to adjust according to how the people, what awareness the people is at. So if everybody say, listen, we don't want this ingredients in the food, y'all got to take that shit out. Guess what? They will have to just adjust to that, or people will be going to jail. Simple and plain. You know what I'm saying? But people gotta wake the hell up. It gotta be enough people to wake up at least. Because we know a lot of niggas is gonna stay dormant. They're gonna be sleep as hell. They don't really care about what's going on. So a lot of niggas gonna remain asleep, and that's okay. Hey.
But those same people will get outraged to be talking about George Floyd because the mainstream media told them to be outraged about George Floyd. Because
and that shit happens every day.
It happens every day around us. But people only started to get outraged when the media told them to get outraged. Because you think about it, when a black man gets killed in the hood, nobody goes out there and march for that. Nobody in the black community goes out there and march for a black man getting killed. We get killed in the hood all the time by our own people. Nobody's out there outraged about that, because the mainstream media ain't telling them to be outraged about that.
Yeah, because they had like a worldwide protest for the George Floyd shit.
Right.
But they had, like you said, nigga get killed in the hood. Kids be getting killed. Don't even get that much. They don't even go out there and protest for the kids being killed. You know what I'm saying? So people were so outraged about that George Floyd shit. I'm talking about black people now.
Yeah.
Within this,
not just black people, black people.
I'm saying in these communities,
but yeah.
I'm talking about where the most crime and shit is happening, as far as like us killing each other, right?
Right.
So people was outraged about that George Floyd shit. They was real outraged. But just little Ray down the street got killed yesterday, and it wasn't nobody out there.
Facts.
They wasn't out there. You know what I mean? Protesting because little Ray got shot down on the corner. Little 5-year-old Ray caught bullet strays because them retarded niggas on the block shooting out with each other, right? Nobody's out there for little Ray getting shot. They ain't out there in droves like they was for George Floyd. So who's controlling the narrative? Because it ain't the people. People was outraged about the George Floyd shit because the
selective outrage.
It was everywhere. But we trying to tell people is just think about people that's getting murdered around us every day, especially if you live in the inner city. Do you see droves of people out there protesting with picket signs or marching down there on in front of the center city, in front of the courthouse and none of that shit, or the mayor's office and none of that? Nah. No. It was more people out there for the Diddy trial than to be people out there protesting against violence against these children. Yeah. So it'd be selective outrage, bro. We see what it is.
It's all selective outrage. It's all selective outrage. That's why they able to control us and have us think about Diddy more than this Epstein client list.
Right.
If you want to compare crimes of what they locked Diddy up for compared to what them people were doing on Epstein client list, Diddy ain't got shit on that. So why we still focused on Diddy? Why was Diddy even? Why niggas even thinking about Diddy when Epstein client list is out there? So that means those people didn't get in trouble for the crimes that they committed, but they trying to go after Diddy for flying prostitutes across state lines when they was flying kids across global borders. Global, not just state lines, globally, flying kids around to be used. And that's not consensual because they kids.
All right.
So why they gotta see it's selective? Yeah, everybody mind and tongues is talking about Diddy and his baby oil while the Epstein list is out there. It's crazy.
Yeah. I want to play this real quick too. This Epstein, Trump saying that.
Trump, yeah, Trump in on that shit.
Yeah, like he said, the Epstein
Trump in on
files.
that shit.
Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen?
No, it's not the Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier that turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running. He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city. It's I call it the Epstein hoax. It takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements, we've had a great gentleman. Yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including in the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, how is the Epstein files a hoax, but Ghislaine is doing 20 years in prison? How the fuck is Epstein file? And why was Epstein in jail, period, if it's just a hoax? You see how this man just playing in our face? That's why I was trying to tell them motherfuckers who thought Trump was going to be different because he wasn't a politician. Like, yo, he's part of the game too. He's always been a part of them. He acted like he wasn't down with the Democrats. He acted like he wasn't down with Hillary and all them from the jump. You know, he was close friends with Clinton and Hillary and all them. Just mad. Yeah. Yo, he was close to them. And still is. It's a game, y'all. It's a game. This dude is not for the people like people think. He's not for the people. And the other administration before him wasn't for the people.
And
this shit ain't about Democrats or Republicans.
And the one before that one.
Exactly.
And another one. And the one before that one.
Exactly.
The last president that tried to do something on his own, him and his brother ended up under 6 feet under.
Yeah, JFK. Yeah, you can tell the ones who wasn't with the shits, they got taken out or attempted to get taken. Reagan wasn't with that shit either until they shot him.
He was old
until they shot him.
Right. So
when he shot him, that spooked the hell out of him. Right. So he started doing their bidding after that. He ain't even want Bush as his VP. Nah. You could tell he ain't really want Bush as his VP. That was sort of like pushed on him. Bush Sr. He ain't even want him as his VP in the Reagan administration. Reagan had to start doing they bidding after they shot his ass.
Yeah.
And when he seen that he was getting shot at, then that's when he was like, oh shit. They serious. So he just said, I'm just gonna have to do what they tell me to do. This guy, Trump was always with them. It still is. He got a lot of people fooled out here, though. You can tell about the greatest economy and all this bullshit he talking about. Why are we still talking about the Epstein guy? Because the client list is still out there. The people that Ghislaine doing 20 years for, those people who are still out there. And these people were trafficking kids.
Women and kids.
Exactly. I don't know why people think that this dude is different than any other politician that went up there in that Oval Office.
I don't think, like I said,
and his assassination attempt was fake. And that shit was fake.
That was some wrestling type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
he had one of them fake ass things that they put on their body that explodes with fake blood in it. One of them Hollywood Jones where they put on it and it explode and then you think that they got shot. That shit was fake too, y'all. All that shit was staged. All staged for us. It's political theater for us. They just got Trump in place there to try to keep the people at bay while they war at the top. And Trump is just going with whoever's winning the war at the current moment.
Yeah, he's more like people think he's more for a Democrat. Like he's not really about the politics. It's the opportunity. He's more so an opportunist. So, and he a businessman. So
they are opportunists, but yeah.
Well, you know, he's gonna think more like a businessman than a president, because he gonna think like the doors that opened up for him to actually do business and give his friends the contracts, because that's what really is about. It's about him being put in a key position where he can do favors for his friends.
They all do that though, because that's what Biden was doing with Hunter.
That's what
Biden
they all
was having
do, right?
Hunter was running all those companies for his dad and getting all those contracts that his dad was able to give him because all the connections that he got from being president. They all do the same shit, bro. Yeah, they all opportunists that get in there. All the motherfuckers are scumbags. I don't care what nobody says. I don't give a fuck. Democrat, Republican, they are all scumbags. All the administrations. All of them. I don't give a fuck about no Republican or Democrat. They all scumbags. Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush, Clinton, all of them are scumbags. There ain't no left and no right. They all part of the same damn bird. Left wing, right wing, all part of the same damn bird. They telling you to your face that they all part of the same bird. That's why they say left wing and right wing, and the motherfucking symbol is an eagle. They're telling you, and the symbol for the Roman Empire was an eagle. They're telling you that we're the Roman Empire. It don't matter who you vote for, left or right, you voting for us. And they setting up the bread and circuses, which is the entertainment, the Diddy, baby oil freak offs, the sports games. All that shit is for us to keep us distracted while they keep taking our power through overly taxing us and telling us, oh, everything is fine. The economy is good. You know, the country is running smoothly. They all say the same shit. Biden said the economy was doing good, but then when Trump get in there, Biden's economy is so bad. It's so bad that we got. And then now he was in there for a year or so. Now it's doing good again. But we all see that it's still really fucked up. That's the reality. The economy is still fucked up.
I know exactly what he in there to do though.
He in there to build those smart cities, or at least get the ball rolling, and to get the crypto shit too, because they want us all on the digital system, so they'd be able to track us 100%. Well, all of our financial information, because they can't track all the cash. But once they get us all cashless and all on the digital system, they could track every transaction we do everywhere. Because it's all about control, and he's helping them with that system as long as he get a piece of the pie in the future. That's how Trump is looking at it. I help you set up the smart cities so he could track everybody in the United States, but as long as I get, you know what I mean? As long as he get a big piece of the pie by helping. Yeah, y'all right. He ain't a politician. Those of y'all who's all on Trump's ass, you right. He ain't a politician. He's even worse. He's even worse.
Yeah.
I can't even say worse because they all
Nah,
scumbags.
it's the same.
They ain't even worse. They all bad.
Yeah,
There's no
because
lesser evil anymore.
it's people is judging by the character that the person is, but they're not looking at it as the whole system is ran by. It's set up a certain way that they're not going to be able to go in there and make no changes. They got to enforce the policies that's already there. There's no new policies being really made up that's changing anything. So he's only there to push the policies, enforce the policies that's already there, and do favors. And they job is to do favors for their friends. Get their friends the big contracts. Like when they say they build that wall for the immigrants and all that shit to keep the immigrants out and all that. Trump was basically contracting himself and his friends because they got the goddamn, the construction contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So you just give yourself that job. You know what I mean? If you own a construction company, you're gonna give your construction company that job, right? Or your friend or a friend of yours construction company. Yeah, they there just to do favors. That's why all the
Same thing
billionaires.
Bush did when he invaded Iraq.
Yeah.
All the defense contracts, all the military defense contracts, and the bullet and bomb makers. If you really do some research, you will see that they was related to Bush in some type of way.
All right.
They were her friends, family, cousins, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll come to find out, it's just one big money operation.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that with every president. Every president in there, you could link them to some shit that they back publicly, some event that they back publicly, that their family and their friends were secretly running the shit so they could look out for them. And that's what everybody do. Everybody does that when they get into high positions. That shit ain't going, what you think is going to be different because it's the government? Everybody does that shit when they get in high positions. You look out for friends and family. You say F everybody else. And that's what people have to understand when you're dealing with politics. That's why I ain't effing with no Democrats or no Republicans. I don't give a F who you are. Because you don't give a shit about me. They don't care about you. All them people that be riding for the Republicans and riding for the Democrat, them politicians don't give two shits about you or your family. Unless you making them some money directly. Now, if you're a contractor and you tied in with one of the motherfuckers from the administration, and if they go to war and you make bombs and bullets, and you are, of course you're gonna be whatever that administration is that's gonna look out for you. That's the political party you're gonna be a part of. Now I can understand if you choosing a political party based on that, but most of these mother effers ain't getting nothing for being a Democrat, Republican. You still riding for them for what? That shit don't do nothing for me.
Well, it's. If we born into a system like this, then you pretty much growing up to be taught the same thing previous people was taught. That voting is good, voting is, it's the American way. They speak about this American. If you want to live out this American dream, you got to participate in America, in the American voting system.
Well, that's how they make people slaves without them knowing that they're slaves.
Especially if you're a person that has a lot of influence. Most likely, them political parties is going to address you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come to you because you have a large amount of influence. So, yeah, that's what they do.
The left and right wing is all part of the same damn bird, y'all. It's not even no plane.
Same plane.
Yep, the same plane, the same bird.
Right, and the only differences is just the characters that they playing. They gotta really put on the show to make it look like, it's like wrestling. Like you got Hulk Hogan and you got Ric Flair and Ultimate Warrior in the back doing lines together, sniffing the coquillana, doing lines together, and then they go out and put on the show to make it look like they're real enemies on the stage. But they backstage drinking beer, doing lines, taking shots of steroids.
Pretty
You know what I
much.
mean? Yeah, I mean, it, partying together.
And every
same
once in a
thing.
while, they will have some wrestlers will have real beef with each other, but it's still not beef to the
So,
point where
yeah,
it's going to
it's,
end
it's
the WWE.
yeah, it's controlled.
They
It's
still gonna make the
controlled.
WWE is still going to stay afloat, even though certain wrestlers have problem with each other. But most of them are still cool behind the scenes. But they
Man, them
get in
niggas
front of
get
the camera, act
man.
like they beefing, and they do fake fighting in the ring. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all WWE. It's all fake entertainment. That's why that fake assassination attempt on Trump, that was some WWE shit.
yeah, they on there. You see them going golfing together. It don't matter what party they come from. They be on there barbecuing together. They be at the same golf club,
Right.
clubbing with each other. Same
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Most of them went to the same schools or some shit like that. Or their
And be going
parents
to the
know each
same
other.
freak offs.
Right.
And they all be at the same Epstein freak offs. The hosted
Now-
Epstein freak offs.
And that's pretty much the Bohemian Grove and shit like that. If you think about how the Bohemian Grove was set up, like how all them high level politicians go in there, they be having male prostitutes in there. Same shit Diddy went to jail for. Bohemian Grove get to do all that shit. They could fly in young male gay prostitutes and shit. They could dress weird and party and nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? And these like some of the most powerful people in the world, right? Nobody cares,
Right.
but it's only time to care when the media tell people it's time to care.
Facts.
Once again, people be getting duped out here as far as when it comes to being persuaded by the mainstream media. They be having you following all these crazy ass movements and a lot of these movements, I take like the Black Lives Matter movement. I know a lot of people was into that and pushing that. And it might have started off good from the ground roots. It could have been a ground roots organization. Basically took over and rebranded, repackaged, and put it back out to the people like Black Lives Matter is about the people. So I believe it could have started with a grassroots moment, got hijacked, packaged up, rebranded, and put it back out, attach some celebrities to it, attach some politicians to it, and then make it a whole big brand thing. And then it comes out they stole hundreds of millions of dollars and bought homes, went on private planes and private buying mansions and shit in different parts of the country, and they just doing all types of shit with that money. Yeah, a lot of people was donating to Black Lives Matter, and a lot of that money was going towards personal use.
That was a
Soros. Right? Because if it was really about Black Lives Matter, they would have built real infrastructure from that. You know what I mean, it would have went into doing programs in the hood and shit like that, or just programs anywhere where where it needs to be, where money needs to go towards. That money ain't go towards nothing. That shit was.
Let's be real though. That was a money laundering scheme.
That's what I was about to say. That's money laundering.
That
Ponzi
Black
scheme.
Lives Matter shit. That was a money. They was able to use that George Floyd shit so they can say they getting all these fake donations so they could launder money.
So they could launder. That's basically what they did.
And they was probably laundering all that Epstein money, all that money he was getting from the client list. They got all that money. Got to go somewhere. They got to make that money legit somewhere. Mm-hmm. They launder the hell out of those money. They use those movements and shit to launder the hell out of money. Let's be real. They dirty as hell, man. It's some dirty ass politicians. All of them. Dirty ass corporation owners. All them dirty ass execs. They all dirty.
Yeah, that Black Lives Matter shit. They was laundering money.
Laundering.
1-800 sex numbers and shit, calling up, doing what's that? Strip clubs. Like them niggas was partying off that money, boy. Typical Negro. Party off that money. Launder.
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, being as though that organization was hijacked and money laundered through that, they got to eat good off of that. Because if they calculated $100 million that Black Lives Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Liars.
Black lives. Yep. Black lives liars.
You know what I mean?
Black lives liars.
Yeah. So what they did was hijack that movement, pushed a lot of money laundering through it, attach some celebrities to it. Like I said, they got the donate money to it to the
Nigga,
organization.
they paid
But they
those
paid, right?
celebrities
Yeah,
to
they
come out
to
there and speak
advertise,
and wear
right,
Black Lives Matter shirts and shit. They had
advertisement,
Jamie Foxx out there. They had Michael B. Jordan
right,
out there. Yeah, I mean, they had all these niggas out there that they paid. And they had a lot of money to pay, though. Because, first of all, the
right.
big money laundering operation. And number two, they was getting big donations, which were
And it
probably
was
more laundering.
and it was all tax
Yep.
free.
Yep. So they was able to pay to get Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx there to support Black Lives Matter, because they ain't gonna go there unless they getting paid.
Like we said, they hijacked that movement, and they lottery picked George Floyd. They lottery
Floyd
picked
George.
Yeah, they lottery picked his situation. Because that's what the media do. They lottery pick these because this shit go on all the time. So they took the opportunity to basically lottery pick that, draw that out of the hat, and use that story to push, like you said, a lot of publications, a lot of agendas, a lot of shit got pushed through that George Floyd escapade.
And niggas ate it right up too. We just ate it right up. Oh
Now,
man.
if it was really about that, then you would have seen Black Lives Matter actually building some infrastructures, maybe some schools, maybe donated to some hospitals, started some hospitals, things of that nature, like real infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? They ain't built shit. That money, nobody seen any of that money. That money went straight to freak offs, 1-800 sex numbers, strip clubs, private jet flying, buying mansions, cars, giving a family money, friends some money. Yeah, they just a whole lot of people ate off that in the name of black people. Listen, man, hey man, people want to still be out there marching for that dumb shit, man. Go right ahead. March on, man.
All of it is a
That ain't getting
scam, man.
nowhere.
The Democrat Republican shit is a scam. The Black Lives Matter, that shit was a scam. The Me Too movement,
right.
a lot of that shit was a scam.
Like you said, you never see no more grassroots movements. All these movements that you're talking about, that you just named, was all agenda-based movements to basically push the mainstream media is gonna eat it up and push it. But it's sponsored by the same people that's pushing it. They saying George Soros hijacked the Black Lives Matter movement.
All right, well, it was his movement from the start.
Yeah, so if he owned a lot of the publication, then it's basically he take that story and basically spin it the way he wants to. It's his publication. So he able to take that movement, broadcast it on these big publications, lottery pick George Floyd situation out of millions of things that happen like that a day.
Facts.
From city to city, coast to coast.
He made it a global thing.
So they lottery picked that George Floyd should have made a global movement.
So him and his buddies can launder money through the Black Lives Matter organization, and at the same time, encourage black folks to be dumb as hell, following behind something that's not even real.
Yeah. Like I said, it could have started off as a grassroots. A lot of grassroots movements do start off, and then they just get hijacked when they reach a certain influence. It get hijacked. Same thing with the civil rights movement. That started off grassroots, then it got hijacked, and then everybody started attaching themselves to the civil rights movements.
The agents in there from the start. You better believe that.
Hell yeah.
They do
Hell yeah.
COINTELPRO, you know, like against like Black Panthers and all them niggas.
Facts.
Those were grassroots. Even the Crips was grassroots.
Yeah,
It was a community thing, and they called themselves the Cribs or some shit like that first.
Yeah.
Even before they were named Crips, and they were just like some community watch. They was trying to keep the gangsters out of the neighborhood, and all. But then they end up just becoming a gangster organization.
That's because they got infiltrated.
They
brought in train crates full of guns, a lot of drugs. Yep, a lot of drugs, and then they basically got to work. They say, yeah, because they seen a lot of movements like the Black Panthers springing up. Even through hip hop, you seen a lot of hip hop was like conscious rap. They said, we gotta break this shit up. Yeah,
let's make it gangster.
You gotta make it gangster.
Let's make it gangster now.
Right. You see how the gangs coincided with the music. They had to line it up. They said, yeah, we got to make gangster rap a big thing.
It went from them talking about the gods and the earth and you know what I mean, the metaphysics of this, to basically talking about I smoke you in the daytime. I murk. You know what I mean? Killings, murk.
They say, yeah, let's fill these private. Yeah, we need these private prisons filled up. We need y'all to go ahead and switch the frequency. Yeah, we need y'all to report about the drugs and it. Like, you gotta think about it. How it all was set up. It was all still part of the same organization. Because they said, listen, we need gangster rap to push. We need to push gangster rap. We need to fill up these private prisons. But you gotta realize the people that's invested in the private prisons are the same ones invested in the drugs that's coming in, right? And the guns. So that's a whole
scheme ones invested in the gangster rap.
They said, yeah, so that's a whole scheme right there.
Right.
Put together by the same organization. They said, yeah, we need to fund this drug war. Not only that, they funded the drug war as well. Both sides. How you allowing the drugs to come in and you fighting the war at the same time?
Right.
So you gotta realize that was happening at the same time. That was going on at the same time where the gang sprung up.
And then they was in other countries exchanging guns for drugs. They was giving in Nicaragua and all them niggas. They was giving them machine guns to overthrow the government while they was funding the United States government drugs to sell in the ghettos of the United States. So they was doing that was one big ass operation done by the intelligence agencies.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Like, you can't have a bunch of a neighborhood full of conscious, like the drug was always there, right? Like, but it was still, it still wasn't that like that crazy when crack came in. That turned into something totally different. That was a different type monster. You know what I'm saying? Like, even more.
And they had the gangster rap to go with it. Conveniently, gangster rap came out around the same time the crack epidemic happened. Think about it.
I mean, and the thing is, the gangster rap wasn't more so packaged yet. It wasn't like hijacked and labeled. That was just niggas rapping about what's going on in the hood, right? And then
that wasn't gangster rap. When niggas was just talking about.
It was just it's reality. They turned reality rap into gangster rap. That's what happened. Niggas was calling it reality rap then, because he was just rapping about the shit that was going on around you.
Yeah, but that shit got packaged once it got to niggas like NWA.
But then when it started getting commercialized, when they start
NWA started commercializing that shit. That's where the real gangster rap that was packaged merged from.
And
that shit merged from NWA. Right. Let's just be real. That's some West Coast shit. And where did the crack epidemic start? The West Coast. Bro, it all came at the same time. All that shit was scripted. Around 87, 88, 89. That's when all the gangster rap really got kicked up, turned and packaged, along with those packages of cocaine that was shipped from Nicaragua and Colombia. From the CIA and let's just be real. Let's just be real about it. Let's just put it all out there, because it's all out there anyway. Let's be real about it. That was one big government operation. The gangster rap and the crack epidemic. And they use niggas to pull it off. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, that drug war dragged all through 3 damn decades of that. Knowing damn well it was the United States government that was bringing the drugs in and then creating the criminals and then taking the criminals down.
That's all you kept hearing is war on drugs.
Right. A war that they created.
War on drugs, like constantly.
This government ain't shit. Democrat or Republican. This government ain't shit, bro. I don't know why people still believe in this shit. Why y'all still believe in this?
Let me play this real quick.
I believe.
All right, this is Ghislaine from the prison. Let me play this real quick.
Ghislaine from the prison, y'all.
Back on that. Let me see if I can. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
No, he didn't. I don't believe he did. I believe that he was murdered. Well, I was shocked. And I wondered how it had happened. Because as far as I was concerned, he was going to, I was sure he was going to appeal. And I was sure that he was covered under the non-prosecution agreement.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the indictment. So I wasn't mentioned. I wasn't even one of the co-conspirators. I believe that he was murdered.
So she says she believed he was murdered. Epstein was murdered in jail. I mean that's that. I mean that could be possible, but I still think he hung himself, but he was forced to basically do that shit.
Well, if he was forced to do it, that means he was murdered.
Yeah, because he
lean forward and choke yourself.
Well, pretty much, like that nigga Epstein had to self-terminate himself real quick. Because they be threatening motherfuckers' family and all that shit too. Like if they really want,
these niggas, the biggest gangsters is the United States government.
Children be getting threatened. And tell them, listen, we need you to self-terminate. You know too much, and if you don't do that, then we gonna kill your family. That's how they play. Now we didn't witness Epstein and Trump hanging out. Everybody, because that's what a lot of people talk about too. Because Trump trying to act like it's a host, but you was hanging out with the dude. You called that dude your friend at one point in time.
He was hanging out with all of them. Everybody who was on the flight list, he was hanging out with.
Right.
He was friends with everybody on that flight list. The Clintons, all them other effers, Epstein, all of them. Maxwell, he was friends with all of them. And same thing with every other administration. See, it ain't just Trump. It's all the administrations was all right with Epstein. All of them. I ain't even trying. I don't know why people think this is a Democrat-Republican thing when all them damn politicians could be on that client list. That's why we never see it. The public could never see the real list. Because the real list got a lot of their names. The people who's supposed to be releasing it to us, their names are on it. Why would they release some shit to us with their own names on there?
Or friends, or
they friends, or they family's name.
Bosses, or you know what I mean, just supporting people that, period. That's part of that world.
Guaranteed some of them effort names is on there. The ones who's supposed to be taking accountability and supposed to be taking these types of creeps down, their names are on it.
Oh yeah, I wanted to run this article real quick too by ABC. They just put this out a few hours ago.
Attorney General Pam Bondi should release whatever she thinks is credible on the Jeffrey Epstein case. Despite Bondi recently saying Epstein's client list was sitting on her desk to review, a Justice Department and FBI memo last week declared the case closed, saying there was no client list. And that triggered anger among many Trump supporters. Trump today told reporters he received a very quick briefing on the review of the files before the public release of the memo last week.
You want credible evidence for something like that. And I think the Attorney General has handled it very well. And it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release.
In an interview tonight, House Speaker Mike Johnson urged Bondi to clarify her recent comment about reviewing the alleged Epstein client list. President Trump today said Attorney General Pam Bondi.
So he telling her to release whatever's in them files, but we know the client list ain't gonna be in there. Client list ain't gonna be in there. They need to stop playing games, bro. They playing games.
We know damn well Trump was on that client list.
All this voting in the House shit, gotta vote whether the file should be released. Now he in an interview talking about she can release whatever she wants to the public for. Like they playing games in our face, man. They playing games in our face.
They never gonna release that client list ever. They never gonna release it, y'all, because they not gonna expose themselves. They not gonna investigate themselves.
It's crazy.
They just, if they did put one out, trust me, it's altered. Cause what's gonna stop them from altering? Have you ever seen those declassified shits that they do put out? It's when they be declassified, they still be all the shit still be blacked out. If you pull up declassified documents from the government, it should still be blacked out on the documents that you can't even read. But how is this declassified when most of the shit is blacked out? That's the thing. They never tell us the truth. They will never tell us the truth, because if they did tell us the truth, they would lose control of the whole system. And they are not trying to do that. So we already know they ain't going to say those real names on there. And if they give us a list, it's probably going to be made up of a fake list with people that they just want to get out the way.
All right.
And the thing is, I'd be like, oh, Trump probably wasn't on that list, but it's just too much evidence that this nigga hanging out with Epstein.
All right,
For not to be on that list. Why would you be friends with this motherfucker? For that long, too. They were long-term friends. You mean to tell me you was long-term friends and you ain't know none of the activities that he was doing?
Right.
And you just as powerful as he is, and you got connections, and you hear things, and you know things? So you mean to tell me when it came to him, you just turned the blind eye and you ain't know he was flying minors to that island? That's bull crap, bro. I refuse to believe that. Same thing with Billy Boy Gates. You know what I mean? He was a frequent flyer to that island. And he tried to act like, well, Epstein is dead.
And then
Epstein is dead. And they got on him on the main street. Like, wasn't you friends with Epstein? Wasn't you flying back and forth on his jet? Well, I only met Epstein like twice.
Yeah, they said that the reason
why got divorced because
divorce. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, didn't his wife divorce him behind that?
She divorced him because he was messing with Epstein.
Yeah.
Because she know what they do on that damn island.
Right.
See, that's the thing. Those are the type names that's on that damn client list.
Check.
Billy Boy Gates out here poisoning everybody with that shit that he's selling. Poisoning all the fruit and all the goddamn farmland and the potatoes and all that shit he poisoning with his chemicals that he's spraying on everything. And he on the Epstein list, and he's still out here operating.
Yeah, he ain't going to jail. Oh. Nah, he ain't
crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, I almost feel like the general public like these corrupt individuals to run things, because we know how corrupt they are, but we still back them.
Yeah.
Yo, if y'all haven't already, man, smash that like button, man. We got a sale going on Night and Day Herbals with the we got our Delta 8 gummies on there, 50 milligrams. It's buy one and get one 40% off. when you use code, what's that? BOGO CBD
40.
40
Yeah.
Extreme.
Nah, not 40 Extreme.
What's that?
Just BOGO CBD 40. That's it. That's the
So you got Extreme at the end. You might want to take that
yeah,
off.
gotta
Because
space
that's gonna
that.
confuse people.
Yeah, space that. All right.
Yeah, so we got the CBD gummies on decks for those of y'all who was looking forward to those. Y'all know those CBD gummies are definitely a hit. You know what I'm saying? They definitely get you right. If you looking to relax, or you got, you looking to get some good sleep, or you in pain or something like that, back pain, headaches, whatever you got, the CBD gummies is very good for that. And we also got, CBD in the form of CBD herbal cigarettes and matter of fact, just pull that up. These are the 50 milligram Jones. It's 12 per pack. All right, with the CBD gummies, it's 12. You get 12 per pack, and they 50 milligrams a piece. And right now, it's buy one and get 40% off. All right, so that's still going on. That's gonna be going on throughout the week. I know a lot of y'all should have got y'all packages this week. We shipped a bunch out. We definitely appreciate all of y'all who've been shopping with us. Y'all know we got hair care products, skin care products, CBD in the form of CBD pre-rolls and cigarettes and vapes, and now the gummies. We got loose leaf flower, all of that on there. We also sell detoxes for those of y'all who are looking for a good detox. We being poisoned with all the food and the water and all the shit that they doing to our environment, and we got a detox these days. And we got, the melanin splash detox on there. We sold out of the zeolite. We looking to get that back on the shop soon. In the meantime, we got the super greens. We got the melanin splash. We got the sea moss. Sea moss is really good if you need to build yourself up, mineral wise. Sea moss got all the minerals your body needs, and that comes in the form of fruit infused gel or teas. So we got sea moss teas and we got sea moss fruit infused gel. And this is nightandayherbals.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, and it's also being posted within the chat, and it's going to be in the description box of this video for those of y'all who are viewing this at a later date.
Yeah, them CBD gummies are good, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
hell
they
yeah.
Good. Yeah, them CBD
Yeah, y'all
gummies
hear that,
good.
y'all? The CBD gummies are on point. So
oh yeah,
a fresh batch, freshly made. They organic. There's not like no artificial nothing in it. It's all like made out of different fruits and fruit juices and shit like that, and it's all organic. The CBD is high quality, so make sure y'all head over there, nightandayherbals.com, man. Definitely appreciate all the support for sure. We got the hair and skincare products on there for those of y'all that's trying to grow your hair out, trying to strengthen up your hair. We got this strengthened hair growth serum with sea moss in it, fenugreek, and rosemary. It's all organic ingredients. We got the rose water, pure rose water on deck. You know what I'm saying? This is made up with fresh organic roses and distilled water. So make sure y'all head over there if y'all looking to improve your skin, improve your hair. You're looking to detox. You're looking to relax. You're looking for pain management. You can handle all that at nightandayherbals.com.
Facts. Still got the 35% off too.
So y'all can mix and match those deals. Make sure y'all join the email list too, so y'all can get our newsletter. We actually do we give people even better discounts for their birthdays, so you can combine discounts and get stuff cheaper. We We also let you know when products are back in stock and all that. So make sure you join our email list and newsletter. And you'll be able to contact us faster. You know what I mean? Regarding your orders. That's another thing. We 5-star on Google. We got good customer service. We ship pretty fast.
Facts. Got A1 service.
So
Hell
make
yeah.
sure y'all head over there if y'all haven't already.
Yeah, get them gummies though. If you into taking edibles, definitely get them gummies. Like they are real
Oh
good.
yeah.
Like you gonna definitely sleep better. And you just gonna relax more. You gonna relax like hell on them Jones, bro.
Hell yeah. They like muscle relaxers. Almost like taking muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
Make you feel good. Yeah, y'all definitely want to check that out. And of course, we got the pre-rolls on deck, and the stogies.
Oh yeah, the stogies are good too, and the pre-rolls. We got different strains of pre-rolls. We got like Hawaiian haze. Let me see. I think we got like Hawaiian haze.
All tobacco and nicotine free. So the paper that the pre-rolls and the stogies are rolled up in is made out of 100% hemp paper. The CBD cigarettes, the paper that's surrounding the herb is 100% hemp paper.
Yeah, it's that raw hemp paper. You see it right at the bottom of the.
So there's it's like completely tobacco free, completely chemical free. We don't use any synthetic chemicals in any of our products. So this is high quality CBD we talking about here. So it really works for the stuff that they say cannabis works for, whether it's inflammation, pain, back pain, headaches, insomnia, all of that. It works for all of that. Because this is the high quality version of the cannabis.
Facts.
So make sure y'all head over there, nightandayherbals.com, man. Y'all see we got these stogies up here, these pre-rolls. We also got the CBD lotions and CBD salves, CBD healing bombs, CBD pain balm. So make sure y'all check that out too. I know a lot of y'all depend on the CBD salve for pain. Yeah, y'all definitely depend on the. Oh, we sold out of the 4 ounce and the so y'all sold us out. So we get that back on there soon. Yeah, we gonna have to get that back on there soon. We must have just sold out today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we sold out today on that.
Yeah, a lot of people depend on that because it really works. It really, really works. I mean, all of our products work for real. That's why we 5-star on Google.
The lotion is definitely something you can use too.
Yeah, the lotion. Yep, the lotion works for pain also and inflammation. That CBD is seeps into your skin and your pores. It works better than Bengay and all that shit.
Yeah, on top of using the lavender, using the lavender CBD soap is real good for your skin too. So
facts.
So using that with the lotion, with the lavender lotion, with the lavender mint soap too. Yeah, your skin definitely gonna come out smooth as hell.
Hell yeah. And you add a water filter to your shower because a lot of the chemicals they use to treat our water with is drying out our skin and causing skin problems. If you put a filter over that and use our soap and lotion, man, you're gonna be glowing like motherfucking Bruce Leroy.
You got that glow.
Facts.
So glow.
Exactly. You gonna have that glow like Bruce Leroy and a motherfucker. You're gonna be Who else had the glow? Who else got a glow? Whoever got a glow out there, your ass gonna be glowing just like it. That's one thing, man. They poisoning us. When you get the mainstream shit, the commercialized shit, they poisoning us through those fake ass products they selling us that they mass producing. That's why you see a lot of people walking around here with poor skin, even though they might buy all the shit from the dollar store, all the shit from Walmart, all that, and they still got poor skin, hair still falling out, all that type shit because they poisoning us. That's why we had to come with the solution and bring the natural herbal products back. That's made in small batches.
Yeah,
You know,
it ain't mass produced, right?
It's family-owned businesses that make this shit in small batches, and a lot of our products, the people grow the herbs themselves. They get the herbs straight from, especially the Amish. They get their shit straight from their garden, and they process the products straight from their garden. All the soaps, the lotions, all the body oils, all that shit is processed from the herbs and shit straight from the garden. Our CBD, all the herbs that go into our CBD, like the lavender and the mint, all that comes fresh from the garden and it's organic. That's why the shit works so well. And that's what it boils down to, the simplicity of just turning the herbs directly into the stuff that we're using it for. Instead of having all them fillers in there like the major companies do. When you go to Walmart and the dollar store and you buy all that shit off the shelf all that got fillers in it. They put a little bit of the herb in there, if some at all, and the rest is just fillers. That's why the shit don't work. That's why it don't work. Fillers. We don't use fillers. There's no fillers in none of our shit. It's the actual herbs. Or the oils, or the essential oils. Essential oils, herbs. You know what I mean? That's what you're getting. And yeah, you're getting all the natural stuff and not the chemical fillers that the major corporations use. So it's more about quality over quantity. We don't mass produce. That's why we sold out of a lot of stuff all the time, because it's not mass produced. Some things we only have limited supply because we gotta wait till the season come to grow more. Like for instance, like the mint, like the CBD mint, like we're using actual organic mint grown in the garden. And once the mint season is done, we sell out. When we sell out, we gotta wait till next mint season again.
All right.
Like, and that's how things are supposed to be. But if it's mass produced, the reason why they're able to sell fucking mint products all year round, because it's jam-packed with fillers, and it basically cancels out the medicinal side of the herbs when they add all them fillers. They adding all them fillers. The fillers is what makes it not work. So you out there, you buying shit for your skin, and your skin is still bad. You buying shit for your hair, and your hair is still falling out. Yeah, it might smell good because the chemicals smell good, but it ain't doing nothing for your skin health or your hair health. Yeah, we put, as you can tell, we put a lot of care into this thing that we built here.
Right, a lot of research.
A lot of care. Yeah, I mean, went into this. And let's just be real, those major corporations that's pumping this type shit out, they don't care. All they care about are numbers. See, all these products, we use these products ourselves. Exactly. I bet you if you go to a lot of those big distributors, those big corporations who sell this type of shit, I bet you the owners don't even use these products.
Hell no.
They don't use their own products.
Hell no.
The owner of McDonald's don't even eat that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The motherfucking owners of Johnson & Johnson don't even use that shit. They don't even use the baby oil.
Or the baby powder, or that
or that
baby
that
powder
baby,
and shit with
that
aluminum
poisonous
in
ass baby powder that they had to take
yeah,
off the market or change
with
the
the
recipe because it was poisoning people
because it had aluminum in it.
and other shit. It had all types of shit in there.
It's just crazy. Like
Now I wouldn't as far as giving it to kids legally, we're not able to give that type of advice or tell you can give the gummies to kids because they do have CBD in them. And in the United States, I believe you have to be 21 years and older
yeah,
to
21
consume
years old.
CBD
Yeah.
because CBD is a form of cannabis. So I wouldn't tell you to give. We can't advise you to give it to your kids due to legal reasons. That's why when you go on our website, it makes you say that you're 21 years and older because we can only sell this stuff to people who are 21 years old and older.
Yep.
So we can't really tell you could give it to your kids. We wouldn't give you that information.
All right. No.
That's like you asking them if you could give your kids a shot of tequila to help them sleep. I wouldn't I wouldn't tell, even though some parents might do that, but I wouldn't advise, because you gotta be 21 years older to drink. But way back in the day, I mean they used to give their kids bourbon and shit if they couldn't sleep.
Right.
That's the shit that the old heads used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
They put a little bit of bourbon in the baby bottle and shit.
Right.
That's what the old heads used to do.
Yeah, they used to put that shot of bourbon.
Hell yeah. They used to give the kids a shot to tell them to go to bed. They're like, just put a little bit of bourbon on the nipple and let them suck on the nipple. On the baby bottle. Put a little bit of bourbon on there. It'll help you sleep good.
Yeah, back in
That's
the
some
day
shit that they used to do back in the day.
Yeah. Facts.
And the thing is, those kids turn out all right. Nah, some of them motherfuckers turn out as alcoholics. Some of them grew up to be alcoholics and shit. Like, damn. You wonder why Uncle Ray Ray is an alcoholic now, because that motherfucker used to get bourbon in his baby bottle.
Make his ass go to sleep.
Cause he was up all night. And they wanted him to sleep. Grandma wanted him to sleep. So grandma and granddad put a little bit of bourbon in there. He'd be all right.
That's crazy.
Now, mind you, we're not telling y'all to do any of that shit. We just saying what people used to do back in the day. Like, just put give him a little piece of CBD gummy. He'd go to sleep. That's some shit they'd do back in the day. If there were CBD gummies back in the day, yeah, a little bit of CBD gummy, he'd be all right. And we ain't telling y'all to do that, so we not giving no medical advice. We damn sure ain't telling y'all to give y'all kids no damn CBD.
Hell nah.
We ain't, so don't go on there.
No.
YouTube and feds and all of y'all. We ain't giving that type of advice.
No.
All
right, we got the vapes on there. We got the banana kush, Girl Scout cookie, cotton candy, and sunset sherbet. So check us out. Get the definitely.
Hell yeah. Y'all gonna love those flavors.
Yeah, and I think
Y'all gonna love those flavors.
I think you get over yeah, I think how many puffs? Over 350 puffs, something like that. Yeah.
350 Puff Daddies.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. You're gonna get 350 Puff Daddies.
Yeah, so it'll last you a while if you
take these to the freak offs. Get you 350 Puff Daddies off of these vapes.
Yeah, 350 puffs. So yeah, that'll last a long while. Cause you ain't gonna be sitting there doing 100 puffs and shit a day, so that should last you.
Shit, some niggas might do 100 puffs a day.
All right.
100 puffs a day. No Diddy.
Yeah.
You just sitting around doing 100 puffs a day. Yeah.
No Diddy. No. Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, get that Ciroc flavored, that De Leon flavored vape. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself 350 puffs out of that.
Yeah, man. I guess we catch on. I don't know, man. Anything else you got for the people?
Nah, man. We just been on here clowning at the end, but yeah, a lot of the shit we said earlier in the stream, serious. But I mean, we just clowning with y'all.
Yeah, y'all might want to start looking into crypto too, which I gotta look.
Yeah, we gonna have to do a live stream on that.
Yeah,
eventually, let these niggas know what the financial system is, the direction that is going. I mean, most people know about crypto, but they don't really know about crypto. They know about what mainstream media say. They hear the words Bitcoin and they hear the word crypto, and they might hear some other shit like Shiba Inu or Doge or something. They don't really know what any of it is and what do it mean, except the ones who've been paying attention and actually started using it and actually started, doing their own research on it.
Right.
But for the most part, man, some people ain't gonna have a choice but to start getting into crypto at some point. You realize everybody's using it, including your job. Including your job is gonna be using crypto. And some of them already are, just not saying nothing. Some of y'all jobs are already on the blockchain. That's how you're able to get paid every day on the spot, digitally, because they're using a form of cryptocurrency to do it.
Yep.
Because banks are already starting to offer services, crypto services, and a lot of the jobs that's already assigned to those banks, they opted to use the crypto because it's cheaper, and they're able to pay their employees faster, and it's able to keep better than anything, because you're using a blockchain ledger, which is 100% accurate 100% of the time.
Exactly.
But yeah, we get into that, man, when we get into the crypto shit, when we do a live stream on that, for those of y'all who want to hear that educational bit, because that's exactly what it is. It's education. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
All right.
NightandDayHerbals.com. This is sponsored by. Head over there, like and share this video.
Yeah, we're gonna catch on the next live stream, y'all.
On the next live stream, y'all. We out.
Shop now at NightandDayHerbals.com and enjoy 35% off all our herbal CBD products. Automatically applied at checkout.